Hi guys, this is Jamie. I want to welcome you to my channel today. Today I'm going to do the coloring habits tag. I was tagged by Sassy Coloring. She's the originator of this tag. Sorry, it took me a second to get on board here. I was just trying to catch up with my other tags, and I thought I would work on my coloring calendar. So this is not the same Sassy Coloring as who tagged me. So Sassy Coloring is a color company at Sasha Cook, and she puts out these things every single month. It's so obviously this is a 28-day coloring challenge, but you can print off 30 days usually. And I've done 1 and 2, and today is the 4th, so I actually need to do these 2. And I thought, okay, I will color and I will answer our Sassy Coloring's questions. So yeah. And I've just been using Prisma color pencils and gel pen, and yeah, they just don't take too long to color, so I'm not too worried. I think we can get until day 3 and 4, and I've been labeling 1 2 just so that I know. So yeah, we're gonna get started. Hopefully everyone is doing well. I'm gonna zoom up the camera so you guys can see better. And my little dino has a streak in it. I'll have to fix him up a little bit. I think that's better. All right. So, first question. Do you have a certain place for coloring? I do, but I also color in a few different places in my house. So I have my desk. Used to be in my family room, but at Christmas time I moved it so that I could put the Christmas tree up. So I guess I should say, yes, I have a desk. Used to be in the family room, but now it's in my bedroom. And so the setup's a little bit different. Still trying to get used to it. And I also have this little black table that I got at Walmart for $10. It's better than like a TV tray, and it's easy to put up and put down, and it's just plain black, and I've used that when watching TV, and that seems to work out pretty good. And then before I had my desk, speaking of my desk, I was thinking about that other hashtag that I did not too long ago that was like my favorite supplies of 2020. My desk should have been one of them, because before I did all my coloring on my kitchen table. So yeah, I should have said my desk. But when I have big books like Disney Vitro or books that are just really massive, I have to use my kitchen table because I need more space. And if I like to use my pencil rolls, so this is a pencil roll. Looks like this. And you just undo it, and all the pencils are in here, and you can unroll it, and it's probably the length of my desk, which is like 30 inches, which is not long, 31 inches. I like to have all the colors right in front of me, so when I'm doing my table coloring, I like to use these, and I also like to use the boxes of like mini pencils, like 120, 180 if they're still in the trays. That way I can lay out every single tray and I can just look at all the colors, because I love looking at the colors of pencils, honestly. So that was kind of a long-winded answer, but that is my answer. I'm just blending this blue with some white for my little sky here. If you're wondering what paper I'm using, I'm just using the cardstock that you can buy at Walmart. The next one is, what time of day do you feel most inspired? So it comes in spurts. Like, I feel inspired during the daytime, but I may not be able to color during that time because I'm busy doing other things. But it's like I get a rush of ideas at night, because it's like by the time everybody goes to sleep, I just get this, like, I just realized this is a bush, I think. Yeah, I'm going to color over that. This might be not dark enough, but we'll try. Yeah. I was thinking it was a giant cloud, but no, I think it's a bush. Anyways, so what happens is all day long I think about, oh, I could do this, I could do this, and then when nighttime comes along, I'm like, oh, I should definitely go and do this. And like when I get my like experimental ideas, it definitely comes at night, especially after watching different YouTube videos or watching different things online, or even going and helping my kids with school projects actually helps me find ideas too. So it's like I will get these like rushes of ideas and it's like, whoa. And then I act upon them at night. So I get inspired all the time, but I act upon them at night, would be my answer for that one. All right. Can you stop mid-picture, or do you feel you have to finish it? That depends on the picture. If it is a color by number, I have to finish it. I have a really hard time leaving color by numbers because all the colors are laid down right there in front of me. My desk has those things just there. So I want to finish it so that I don't lose all my colors, and I don't want to write everything down because I'm lazy and I just don't want to. But color by numbers, definitely I would do, you know, the finishing it in one sitting. And usually color by number, color by number, I don't have a problem finishing them because they're not too bad. I mean, the George Tufexis one can give me a run for my money, that's for sure. But basically, when I'm doing like ones like from Sun Life Drawing and those simpler ones, it's not bad. But when I'm doing like a normal page, I'm like the Queen of Whips. I leave them all the time. I try not to, but it just tends to happen. I wanted to use my Prismas on here because I haven't used my Prisma pencils for a long time, it feels like. Next question, do you eat or drink while coloring? So this is like one of the biggest pet peeves that I have. Oh, let me kind of gray. Hang on. I dropped my pencil. So one of the biggest pet peeves for me is when people eat while they're coloring on YouTube. I think it's kind of rude because as a subscriber, I feel like you're there to watch them color or craft or create or even talk about their week or whatever, their vlog, not really to listen to them eat. I don't mind so much if people drink water, Coke, coffee, whatever, because obviously you talk a lot and then you get dry mouth and you need a drink. So drinking is fine. For me personally, I try to keep a drink by me, whether that be some Dr. Pepper or water, or if it's cold outside, I might have a hot chocolate. But I don't do food. I mean, like, I don't classify throwing in a Tic Tac food. You know what I mean? I don't classify if you get like those little tiny chocolates that are like this big that are individually wrapped. If you eat one of those real fast, I don't classify that as eating. I don't like sit down with a bowl of spaghetti or a thing of pizza or something and eat. So yeah, that is my answer for that one. The next question is multitasking, music or TV while coloring. So, whoops, trying to pull colors at the same time. So I do tend to multitask a little bit while coloring. Usually I have video going on because I need the background noise. And as you all know, I have kids and I have to multitask. What mom doesn't? When you have children, you just do. That's life. And I would say for the most part, I multitask pretty well. I don't really listen to music because it feels like between the kids' tablets or my son playing Animal Crossing or just all these other noises that are going on from room to room to room, I just can't handle another noise. But when it's late at night and I am coloring, I usually will watch YouTube videos, or maybe I'll put on Netflix or HBO Max on my phone, and I'll probably put on a movie that I've seen before just so that I'm not like thinking I need to sit there and glue myself to the TV, if that makes sense, because I just feel like if I've seen it before, it's like, okay, I know what's going on. I don't need to take my eyes off the paper. If it's like a new show, I can't. Like, I have to, I want to watch that show. I want to know what's going on. I can't just sit and color during a new show because it's like, okay, now what? You know? So I'm going to make this kind of orange yellow. The thing I don't like about Prismas is they always cover up the line work because they're so creamy. They blend well, but that just bugs me a little bit. Oh, pulled the wrong color. Forgot to get this area right here. It's so small, I don't think it really matters, but yeah. Next question is one picture at a time or multiple. Currently, I'm only doing one picture at a time, but I have done multiple before, especially if it's a very intricate page. I'll put some glitter on this so it kind of sparkles. I like if I'm doing a double page spread or a really massive project, I definitely want to have little tiny projects in between that. Or maybe I am doing a buddy color, but then I have color alongs or hashtags that I want to try to get done. Maybe I'll be doing those to the side. So I definitely will do multiple, but at the current time, I'm just doing one picture at a time. So that is my answer for that one. And next question, do you only color at home or do you take it on the go? So this one is a pretty easy answer for me. I pretty much color at home. It's not that I haven't attempted to do it on the go, it just never happens. Like we went to Disneyland, not this last year, but the year before, and I knew it was going to be a long drive down there, but I was thinking, oh, while we're driving down there, the kids will have their tablets, or maybe they'll be sleeping. I can bring a coloring book because I'm not driving, and I can color because I don't get sick while driving. I think this pen is almost out. Maybe I'll have to switch to a different green. Let's try this one. It's a little bit better. So we were in the car and stuff, and it was like while we were in the car, every time I tried to pull it out, I even bought like a special lap desk for the car because I was thinking, oh, I can color while I'm in the car. Yeah, that didn't work. Just didn't. Trying to see what's flower and what's not here. Just kind of going around the flowers. Hopefully. I'm coloring the leaves. But while I was in the car, every time I would like pull something out, my husband would be like, why are you doing that? Why don't you talk to me? So I I didn't really color. Now I went to Condo one of the New Year's for a New Year celebration, and or not New Year's, it was like Halloween or something, I don't know, some kind of holiday, and the kids were just there playing. We were just on downtime. We actually went to a store and I picked up a coloring book and I said, I'm gonna just color, and I sat down and I was coloring at the table in the condo, and that seemed to go over pretty well. So that wasn't too bad. So I did get some coloring done then. But for the most part, I just color at home because it's where I feel most comfortable, and I feel like I have access to all my supplies. I do have the option that I could take my stuff and go somewhere with it, but I don't. I just stay home. I'm a homebody. So the next question is, do you try to convince people in your life to start coloring? Not really. Like if someone says to me, oh, you do that? What do you think of it? Then I tell them what I think, and I'll say, you should try it sometime. And like I've given books to like my mother-in-law and my mom and different things like that, just to see if they would be into it. And maybe they colored like one picture or one flower or something, but they never stick with it. So it's almost like nobody in my personal life, except for my 5-year-old daughter, is going to color with me. So if it wasn't for people on YouTube, people on Facebook, I would probably have no one to color with, honestly. And just because my family and I don't really have too many outside friends, I'll be honest. And tends to happen when you have special needs kids and you're focused on their lives and teachers and just getting the job done. And so basically I use coloring to get away and help me be me so that I don't lose my, I don't know if it would be considered my form of identity, but you can definitely lose yourself if you don't keep a hobby or something like that. So yeah, I don't really ask people to color with me. Now, I've asked my husband when he comes into town from time to time. He works out of state, if he will color with me, but he's just so tired because of the job that he usually doesn't. He would just prefer to watch TV or whatever. So yeah, I'm gonna go over this because I think it's not black enough. These are those sparkle pens, the LINC Shine that I got for like $5 on Amazon, my last haul. So like totally got all the lines there. It's okay. Where to put the number 3? Let's put it right here. Alright. Next question is, do you go back and look at your old coloring pictures? This one's an easy one for me. I always do. Not necessarily because I like bored or anything like that, because I like to see how I've grown. That's why I enjoy doing those collection videos so much for everyone, because I really like seeing how much I've grown in that time frame. So of course I do. And also I'll look back at my old pictures and see if I can, if they're not in books, I see if I can use them for art journaling or collaging, like in my journals and stuff, or even in my planners, because I feel like sometimes we forget about our books and we tend to, or we forget about our pages, and there's more than one purpose for a coloring page. Obviously, the masterpiece looking ones I'm not going to cut because it's a masterpiece, but all the other ones I don't mind. It's just a coloring picture. I did it because I was stressed out that day or something, and that's fine. Just do that. All right, I actually really do enjoy looking at them too. The next question is, if you aren't coloring, what other hobbies do you participate in? So before my coloring journey started, I actually did quite a few hobbies. I can crochet. I can knit those big fluffy scarves. I don't know if you guys remember a few years back, people were really into those big scarves to like wear with every outfit. Yeah, I made those for a while. I remember one Christmas I had someone order, because I was taking orders, because I have a Facebook page where it's Jamie's Creations, where people can order things and I make it for them. But I got bombarded and I don't really do that anymore. And I had to make 22 scarves before Christmas Eve. And man, did my hands hurt. So yeah, I don't do that anymore. I also, for a time, really got into polymer clay and made little sculptures and made pens. I don't know if you've ever seen those on Etsy, where you can take the clay and mold it around the pen and put figures and all sorts of different things on them. And I made quite a few actually. I found it very enjoyable, just because in high school I used to do a lot of sculpting, and I really like working with my hands to do those kind of like art projects type of thing. So I did that for a long time. I even did it on my crochet hooks. And when you're doing those, you have to bake them so that the clay goes hard. And then after you're done, you have to glaze them with glazing liquid. And if you are interested in that kind of stuff, I know of some stuff that you can use, but I looked at some different videos of what people did and stuff like that to get inspiration for my own, and just had really fun. I almost like all my little characters look chibi like. I don't have any on my desk, or else I'd show you one. Oh. Made like keychains, pens, the crochet hooks. I did, what else did I do in the polymer clay? I made Christmas ornaments one year. So I made one that looked like me, one that looked like each one of my kids. My daughter wasn't born yet, so that was before her. And that was really fun. And the final thing, well, I do quilt and things like that, and I've done needlework and stuff, but the latest thing that I did before coloring that I still could technically do, but I've just taken a break because of COVID and everything, is I make memory bears. So if you don't know what a memory bear is, basically when you have a loved one that's passed, or even say you're having a baby or something that got too big for their clothes or something like that, and you want something personal, the people will hire me to take those clothes of the loved one, or maybe it could be a blanket that they had that was like their favorite blanket, or most of the time when it's older people that have passed away, they usually give me their clothes, like clothes that they wore all the time, like their signature thing was plaid, or my grandma always wore florals, so this was like her favorite shirt. And a lot of people can quilt and do different things, but it's really hard for people to cut up a loved one's possessions. So they will give it to me, and I handle it with grave care and I have a pattern for this bear. There's only one bear, and I actually piece it like a quilt using those fabrics from their clothes. And if the fabric is flimsy, of course I'm going to use some kind of backing fabric to make it more durable. And if, like, say grandma wore pearls, then I will get some fake pearls and add them somewhere as like buttons. Or say grandpa always had a shirt with a pocket. Well, then the bear's got to have a pocket too. Or grandma and grandpa had glasses. I'm just using grandma and grandpa as a reference, but it could be anybody. Like, I had someone give me some army shirts, and they wanted me to do one for their brother that was in the military that passed on, and they had a shirt that had the flag and the soldiers on it. And she goes, I really want this image on the bear, but I don't want it cut in half. And it's really hard when you're piecing a bear together not to cut that in half. So I did my best to make it so that it was in the front of the bear, even though there's a line straight in front of these bears, and pieced it together. I actually cut it where the line was, where the flag was, literally, where there was a line, so that I could sew it together so it didn't look like it was sewed together. And she absolutely loved it. She was crying. She gave me a huge tip, which was not necessary. And she's told like lots of relatives, and people keep messaging me saying, hey, can you make me one? Can you make me one? I don't feel comfortable doing it right now because of COVID, and I don't know where those fabrics have been. So I'm not doing it currently, but I did do it for a long time. I was actually coloring at the same time. So I was doing it back in 2019. So I stopped in 2020. But yeah, that is basically what I do. I currently, besides coloring, if we're thinking of hobbies that I do currently that's not coloring, I do, just trying to be careful here, I do the glue booking. I try to do some journaling. I try to do like paper crafts if I have the stuff. I really like to art journal, and I do like to paint, like on its own. My favorite type of painting is oil painting. And I'm just trying to think where to put this for. And I'm going to put it right here, I think. There you go. So if you guys want this 30-day coloring challenge PDF, go to Sassy Coloring's Facebook page, and it's on there for free. If I can find the link, I will definitely link it for you. But I don't know if you can actually, I don't know if there's like a link for it. I think it's just you go to the Facebook page and it's there, and you just save it to like your phone or your computer, and you just go ahead and print it from there. So yeah, at least we got 1 through 4 done, and then I'll be ready to do the little birdie for number 5. I'll have to let that ink dry. So these pens, just to let you guys know, because you guys have seen them, and the Flare glitter pens, they are great. They do work wonderful, but you gotta be really, really careful with them, because if you just go over it just a tiny, it's gonna smudge, because they're not quick drying like other gel pens, like Colored gel pens. They dry fairly quickly compared to these, and Jelly Rolls will dry faster than these sometimes too. So be really careful if you buy these type of pens. But that is all I have, and oh, I guess I need to tag somebody. Let me see. Who hasn't done this yet? Just trying to think of people that would probably be up for a tag. I don't know if Kate has done it, so I'm going to tag Kate's Coloring Haven. I'm going to tag Nikki and Niagara because I haven't seen it come on her channel yet, so I'm not sure if she's been tagged. I'm going to tag Ashley from Ashley's Coloring Journey. I will tag Misty from Country Gals Coloring Place, and I will tag Wren from Wren's Coloring Craze if Wren hasn't done it yet. I don't know if she did or not. There's been so many tags. I'm like going nutty. But yes, that is all the questions, and I hope you guys enjoyed my answers, and you guys have a wonderful day. Thank you for watching me color, and leave a comment below. Please remember to like and subscribe. It helps the channel, and I will see you guys next video. Bye.